Hi all, welcome back to Jmeter training videos. In today's session we will be discussing about how to do correlation in Jmeter. So let's go ahead and start our session. So I opened last time whatever we did, right? A parameterization script. So play demo one script. I am going to run one time and I will show you how to do correlation. Which pages we are really interested in to do correlation. Okay, so it is running now, and if you see here blazedemo.com, whenever I am hitting this request I am getting response, right? In this response, if you observe, we are getting departure city and arrival city values. Okay, so even if you go to blazedemo.com site, you can see that whenever you hit blazedemo.com, you will get that departure city, arrival city from the server response. So let it open. I will show you blazedemo.com. Just enter the button. See, we are getting departure cities and arrival cities. So these are all departure cities and these are all arrival cities. So this is coming from server response, right? Once you hit blazedemo.com, it will send the request to the server and it will get the response with below values, the following values. The same way we have done same here. Once you send the request, in the response body we are getting departure city and arrival city values. Now I want to do correlation. So you know what is correlation, right? Correlation is nothing but to capture the dynamic values. Dynamic values means the values which are coming from the server response. They no need to be changed every time. Even they are static, you can capture them from whatever values which are coming from the server response. If you want to capture those values, we have to do correlation. The values which are coming from the server, to capture those values we can do the correlation. So that is about correlation. But sometimes what happens is your value is changing for each user, like session ID. That case, that session ID you must do correlation. Without doing that, sometimes it won't work. Okay, so that is the reason we will say that the dynamic values, to capture dynamic values we will do correlation. Okay, the main usage of doing correlation is to capturing the dynamic values which are coming from the server response, like session IDs. It is .NET application, you will have view state, event validation. There are many correlations which may be having, right? CSRF token, authentication token you want to pass. So there are many values. So for now here what I am going to show you guys, the departure city and arrival city, which are not going to change, but I will show you how to do them. Okay, later we will go with different values, how to do later values. So to capture the left boundary and right boundary, in LoadRunner we are capturing left and right boundaries, right? Same way we can use here also. Okay, go to blazedemo.com, request, and the response you take this value. Okay, and use this one in your function. How we do in LoadRunner or any other tool, we need left and right boundaries in order to capture correlation value, right? The same way we need the left boundary and right boundary. Here my left boundary is option value equal to, and right boundary just this one. Okay, so take this value, copy this one first until this part. Okay, then what we have to do, first we have to identify where the value is coming from, which request of response. If you see here, the values are coming from blazedemo.com request. So you have to insert your function in this to capture. This is the request where you are getting your actual values. Okay, to capture the values what you wanted, you want to insert one function here. So go and right click here. There are some pre-processors and post-processors in Jmeter. What it does is, pre-processor will do whatever activities you want to do before executing this request. So before executing this request, you want to do like JDBC connection, then you can go and add a preprocessor, and you can use JDBC preprocessor, which will do database connectivity before doing something here. You want to do post processor, you want to do after the completion of this request, you want to capture some values. In our case, after completion of this request, from the response we need to capture some values, right? That means we have to use post processor, not the preprocessor. Preprocessor we are not doing any prerequisite, post requisite only we are doing. After completion of this request, I want to capture some values, go ahead and do post processor. For today's class we are more interested on regular expression extractor. So this is the most frequently used correlation value for web-based applications. Okay, so just use regular expression extractor. Okay, if you see here regular expression extractor, so where you want to capture the value from, main sampler only. In our case we have only one sampler, so go ahead and select main sample only. Sometimes you have many samplers, then you can select main sampler and sub sampler, whatever option which is related to you. For my case, that is I am using only one sampler, so the main sample only you can select. Now where you want to capture the value from, whether it is from response body, whether it is from response headers, you can see in results window the values are coming from response body. Okay, that means you have to select body. Okay, capture the value from body. What name you want to give? This is correlation, right? Always go with C underscore depart city. Okay, depart city. Then your regular expression, you have to use regular expression. It is not like load runner, you have to use left boundary, right boundary. Here you know in load runner also or any other tools you might be having, but in my previous class I have explained in load runner, right, how to do. So in load runner you might have observed we can do correlation using the regular expression function, right? The same way you have to do here. So this is the value which you want to capture, so go ahead and delete that value, give two brackets and put one dot. One dot means it will capture only one character. If you give two dots means it will capture two characters. You don't know how many characters you want to, right? So then go ahead and give star. Star means many characters, and give question mark. Question mark means until it finds this left boundary, it will keep on taking the values. Once it finds this double quotation and right curly braces, it will stop capturing the value. So it means it will keep on capturing until it finds this value. Okay, so yeah, that is all about that one. So here template $I, where I is capturing the group number start at 1. See, let's say you are capturing two groups, same way there will be, this is advanced topic. Let's say I have one more value with the same way. Let's say I have two groups like this. This is group 1, this is group 2. That time we have to use $1 for group 1 and $2 for group 2 to distinguish. Like $1 means it will belongs to this one, $2 means it belongs to this one. Okay, so the likewise here we are not using any groups, we are using only one group, right? For now just go ahead and give only $1, this one. So match number, which match number? If you say 0 means random number, you will pick any one of the random number, but in our case I want to capture only first value, so give only ordinance. In load runner we have ORD, right? It is nothing but ordinance. Okay, so give 1. If you want randomly pick any value, then give 0. If you want all values, give -1. -1 is for all values, 1, 2, 3 for like capturing first value, give 1, capturing second value, give 2. If you want to capture randomly any one of the value, then go ahead and give 0. Okay, So you know, right? So let me write in notepad so that it will be very clear for you. 0 is for random number, random value. Okay, 1 is for first value. Okay, and minus 1 is for all values. Sometimes you want to capture all values, then go ahead and give -1. If you want random value, go ahead and give 0. If you want any specific value, just mention the number. In my case, I am giving only first value, so that it will capture only first value. Okay, so let's go ahead and give only first value. If no value is found, just give not found or something. So like this, default value. Okay, so now we are successfully created correlation function which will capture the value as Paris from this server response. It will look in the response and it will see first occurrence, where this first occurrence. So you want to see which occurrence is the first, go ahead and search here. See, this is the first occurrence, that means that is the Paris is the first value. It will capture Paris and it will save that value into the C underscore depart city. I think the name is not correct. Depart city. Okay, so depart city we will give. Now we will go ahead and run this one. I am going to save the script and just clear the results, so it will clear everything once you clear here. Now I will run this one for only one time and we will see that values in debug sampler. So anyway we are using debug sampler, right? We can see values in the debug sampler, what value it is getting captured. Okay, let's go ahead and run one time to see. Don't replace that value directly, first verify that whether it is really capturing or not. Okay, then you can go ahead and check that one. Okay, so there is another way also you can check that value. I will tell you right away. So first we will see whether we are getting that one or not. Okay, see departure city G underscore 1, group 1. You have two groups, you can give G underscore 2. Okay, so now see departure city group 1 Paris. Okay, you got the value, right? So like this we have to give. Okay, now we got departure city value. So now we got the value. So this is the G0 value, this is the G1 value, right? So now you want to see, let's say you don't want to verify this way, you want to directly check that regular expression. There is one regular expression tester, just click on that one. You can use the whatever regular expression we have used here, right? Just copy this and paste here and use test, and it will say which value it is capturing. See, there are total 14 values. This is the first value it is capturing. So this is the first value. Okay, so this way we can use which value needs to be captured. This is the one of the way where you can verify how to capture the correlation values. Okay, so now we are able to capture that value. So just take this value, and now I want to replace that value. Now you are successfully able to capture that value, right? Now you can replace that value here. So now that from port you want to pass, right? dollar. So just pass departure city. Okay, just clear this and just run one time and see whether that value is really going or not. So replacing is very simple, right? Go that way, give dollar and just replace, like how we did in parameterization. Same way you have to pass here also. Now go to reservation page. Okay, now remove that regular expression tester. Here you can go ahead and see in the request. See what value it went, Paris, right, from port and to port. Okay, now we are successfully captured departure city. Now let's go ahead and do arrival city also. Okay, arrival city again. If we go here, you can see the response data. Under response data you have response body. You see here there is one interesting thing you should observe. So in departure city you have static values, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 values you have. So 7 option values are for departure city. From 8 to 11 are from arrival city. So now I want to capture arrival city. I have to give option value equal to 8th value. Otherwise, until if you give 7, this value will be captured. If I give 8, then only the arrival city value will be captured. So if you give, let me tell you what I mean. Okay, exactly. So what it does is, whenever you do this regular expression, right, first it will go and searches first value. ORD equal to 1 means first value, second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value, sixth value, seventh, eighth value is your departure city, arrival city, right? So you have to give, whenever you use a regular expression extractor, if you want to get your arrival city value, then you have to give this as a 8, position 8 you have to give. If you give position 2, Philippines will be, Philadelphia will be captured. So this you should be aware very well. Okay, how the values will be getting captured. Okay, first one means first value, second one means second value. For arrival city, departure city you have 8 values, arrival city also has 8 values. So after 7th value you have 8 value, right? So if you want to capture arrival city, then give ORD equal to 8. Okay, so that is the thing you should do. Okay, so now go ahead here and capture this value. Even when we use regular expression tester also, you can get that value. See, if you want to, if you don't know which occurrence you want to capture, then go ahead and test here. You will come to know which value you want to capture. If you see here, 4th occurrence, 5th occurrence and all, right? So if you go to 8th occurrence, then you can see 8th occurrence, first value is Buenos Airlines. Okay, so here also, this way also you can see which occurrence you want to capture. This is one of the best tool to test it. So if you want to Buenos Airlines, check for here and you can see which occurrence you are having. The same occurrence you can give here. Okay, now for capturing another correlation value, we have to use another correlation regular expression. So again go ahead and add post processor and go for regular expression extractor. This time same main sampler, body, this time C underscore arrival city, arrival city. So this is same regular expression. Here same $1 only, because there is no two groups, right? Single group, so give only $1. Here which number you want to capture is very important. Here the value for arrival city is starts with 8, so give 8 number. Okay, so Now just give not found. If you don't have anything, just mention not found. If this is not found, then what the value will be replaced there is not found. Okay, in the response, if the value is not capturing, then in the request you can see not found. The request it will go is as not found. Okay, that we can see later how to validate that. For now, arrival city I have given 8th value. Let's save this and run for one time and see whether arrival city is coming in. Debug sampler, we can see what value it is capturing, right? So let me go ahead and clear this one and let me run one more time and we can see the value. So it is running. Because it has all think times and everything, so that is the reason it is taking time. And if you go to the debug sampler response data, you can see arrival city. See, 8th value is Business Airlines, so it has captured that value. Okay, so this is your arrival city. Now you got that value what you wanted. Now you go ahead and replace here. Okay, C underscore arrival city. Just replace the value with dollar curly braces, the correlation name and right curly braces. Now you go ahead and run it. You should see in that request the value will be changed. Okay, so let's see here. Once you validate that value, then only go ahead and replace. Don't replace directly. First you validate whether really you are getting that value or not, then go ahead and replace that value. Okay, so it is running. Now I got my request. So this is the request which I should look for. Okay, so go for request. See, two port is Business Airlines and from port is Paris. Okay, this is the way we have to capture the correlation. We have to do correlation for departure city and arrival city. In next video we will discuss how to do parameterization randomly. Let's say I have to capture randomly 1 to 7, I want to capture one random value. 8 to 16, I want to capture one random value. So if you use normal random value, it will capture any one of them. So I will tell you in next session how to do random values correlation. So stay tuned for those videos. This is very basic video, how to do basic correlation in load runner. So hope this helps you. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, let others know. So please share with your friends. Okay, thank you once again for watching my videos. Yeah, see you in next session. Bye for now.